And, other guys struggle to make shots tonight. But when that's happening, we need somebody to step up. And I thought Nikola did that and KCP did that. Made some big, big threes for us. Pope did. And, hey, man, Nikola's an MVP for a reason. He can take over a game. He can beat you in a lot of different ways. But I love an aggressive Nikola Jokic. I love a guy that's getting to the basket, imposing his will upon the other team. And that fourth quarter, man, 14 points to that team in the fourth quarter, 28% from the field, and 0-9 from three. We found a way to out-rebound them. First half, they kicked our butts on the offensive glass. Second half, much better job. We're 6-0 in the playoffs when we out-rebound our opponent. And I have to give our guys a lot of credit, man. Like, we've done a really good job taking away the three and the foul line. So, to beat a team like that again in front of an unbelievable crowd, special performance by a lot of players.
What was the key to the fourth quarter, D?
Just the intensity, the physicality. Obviously Chris Paul went out with the injury. We were trying to cross-match Nikola a little bit, keep him out of the pick and roll, switch more of the other things, and again, not allowing them to get going from the three-point line. And my guys understood if we were going to win this game, I challenged them after the third quarter. They just scored 31 points, and they shot 70% in the third. So if you want to win this game, the fourth quarter defense has to be great, and our players responded in a big way. I would agree. I mean, he just got Defensive Player of the Game. 2 of 12 from the three-point line, only 2 free throw attempts. He was averaging 9 in that first round against the Clippers from the foul line. But I felt it wasn't just Aaron, but I thought Aaron was really locked in on that matchup, just trying to make it hard. Like, you don't necessarily just, shut down. He had 24 points still. But you want to make it as hard as possible for a guy like Kevin Durant, who's 7 feet tall, has a handle, can create on the bounce and raise up over you. And I felt Aaron's contests and his physicality really allowed him to defend him at a high level this evening. Well, I think Aaron's at his best when he's in attack mode. Obviously he's been shooting the ball well and making his free throws, but when Aaron Gordon is playing downhill, attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line, that is the best version of Aaron Gordon. So, yeah, I mean, if you're going to win and beat good teams, you have to be an aggressive team. When you have 2 evenly matched teams, the most aggressive team is going to win every night. And I really loved, 87 points to that team. Like, I don't know if you guys realize, man, like the firepower that they have. So, couldn't be more proud of our guys. And, I felt Bruce off the bench again was really good. And we're going to have to be better going into a hostile environment come game 3.
What is something that you want to repeat from these 2 games in Phoenix now that the series is going over there?
There's a lot. I want to repeat the defense. I want to repeat the rebounding. I want to repeat, taking care of the paint and winning the paint. I think our guys are so locked in right now. Jamal is like beating himself up right now. 3 of 15 from the field, 0 of 9 from 3, and he still helped us win the game. And, he's had, I think, 6 of his 10 in the fourth quarter, 8 assists, 4 boards, and that 2-man game to close them out between him and Nikola is just really, really hard for opponents to guard. So, yeah, we'll have to be better, but I just love where the defense is at as of this moment.
In a Memphis league off the ball, 2 of your top 3 scorers basically couldn't play basketball. What does it say about this team not to get frustrated in that situation?
Well, I think what you have to understand is that your jump shot is going to come and go. And things get a lot harder to score in the postseason. So if you're just a specialist and you only rely on your offense, it's going to be really hard to have an impact. But if you're willing to, and I told our guys in the first half, I said, fellas, we can't buy a shot, and we're in this game because of our defense. And I felt we had 3 really good quarters of defense except for that third quarter, but it speaks to understanding if you want to win, you got to win ugly. We had a really pretty game in game 1, and we won ugly tonight. But that's what good teams do, kids. You've been around the block. Good teams find different ways to win. And tonight was ugly, but yeah, I don't mind ugly. 97, 87, I'll take that all day week.
Michael, with the MVP announced tomorrow, this could be one of the closest votes ever. What does this say tonight about Jokic? What does it say to you?
It's just the same. I mean, like, I marvel at his greatness. I marvel at his consistency, his excellence, his ability to find so many different ways to beat you, whether it's scoring, rebounding, playmaking, not afraid of the moment. You know, there's so many quality candidates, and you're right, it will be a really close race, but you know, I know what motivates Nikola Jokic, what motivates myself and the rest of the guys in that locker room is not the MVP. It is our journey to try and win the first championship in franchise history, and that's paramount to everything else. If he wins it, we'll be celebrating and very happy for him because it'll be a huge accomplishment, 3 years in a row. Only a few guys in NBA history have done that. If he doesn't win it, I'm still going to give him a hug and tell him he's the MVP in my eyes, and I think everybody in Nugget Nation would agree with that. Well, yeah, I mean, you just said it. I mean, you know, trading for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was a huge boost. And when I say that, you know, there's not a knock on or a shot at Will Barton and Monte Morris, not at all. Those guys were really important to the success that we've had in the past. But we felt getting a guy in KCP who's won a championship, as a 10-year vet, and to me, one of the premier two-way players in this league, he was going to be a perfect fit with that starting lineup. And then you get a guy like Bruce Brown, just a Swiss Army knife, a guy that can do it all, play multiple positions, guard multiple positions, make shots, get to the foul line, just a winning player. Christian Brown, a rookie, I think he's helping our defense. He's going out there and doing his job for a young kid, 21 years old, at a high level, and he's not afraid of the moment or the matchup. Aaron Gordon, another guy, playing him at the back of five, switching, guarding everybody. So I think it's been fun to watch. We understand that if you're going to win a championship, you have to be able to get stops. And, you know, for 2 games now, we've done a really good job. The challenge is, can we do that on the road? Can we bring that on the road with us? And we'll find out, I think, in 2 weeks whenever Game 3 is.
I was just going to ask about KCP, and as a vet, he pulled down a huge offensive board tonight, and then hit those 2 big threes, but he kind of talked about it already.
No, but let's keep talking about it because he deserves credit. I mean, you know, last game he was 3 of 8 from the three, and for most players that's a good night. You know, he holds himself to such a high standard. You know, he's probably frustrated, and for him to go 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3, grab 5 rebounds, and have just amazing defensive possessions where he's picking up full court, he's fighting over screens, he's contesting, he's sliding his feet. You know, I'm just so thankful that he's a part of our group, our family, and you know, he deserves to be recognized tonight for the game that he had.
You going on the injury report?
Me?
Yeah.